as it was in the beginning. We whistle while we work. In the second grade at Chumuckla School, when Mrs. Whitley caught me whistling in class, it was my first whistle. Before that time, I could not emit one whit. I was years behind my colleagues. Nearly all had learned to whistle by the age of 5. Some had learned as early as age 2. Benny and Finger had a cousin who once stayed overnight with a friend who had an aunt whose father-in-law once marched in a parade in New York City. While there, he learned the fingers-in-mouth method of whistling for a taxicab. The lesson filtered down through acquaintances and generations until Benny learned the method as well. Compared with Benny's, my life was a glaring failure. I could not whistle. Even Junior Wade could whistle well enough to imitate a sick meadowlark. Jimmy Utley could imitate Junior's imitation of a sick meadowlark. And Joan Bell, a girl, could whistle as well as anyone. I could not gain the respect of my peers until I mastered the art of whistling. Given any opportunity, I would practice. I practiced during hymns at church. It must have been disconcerting to the adults who observed me out of the corners of their eyes. I was not singing, but puffing my cheeks and blowing soundless air out of my puckered lips. I practiced, walking in dim light in the church graveyard. I hoped the ghostly inspiration would bring forth sound as I desperately pushed moist air between my teeth and lips. I tried to learn from my big brother, whose 2 front teeth were as big as split cedar shingles. The gap between his teeth allowed him to whistle with an amazing tonal quality. My own teeth were not gapped the same way. No amount of coaching from my brother would help. Then it happened. In a quiet study period, in the 2nd grade classroom, as I woefully traced the letter R over and over and over again on my 3-line writer's tablet with a giant lead pencil, my dream was at last achieved. As if by magic, a piercing whistle exuded from my puckered lips. Every kid in the classroom looked up from their boring assignment of drawing R's and looked to the source of the sound. Mrs. Whitley admonished, "Now, Victor, we do not whistle in class. Be quiet or I'll have to punish you." The year was 1957. In those times, teachers were the next closest thing to the President of the United States of America. They even had a picture of George Washington on the wall behind their desks, as if to reinforce their place in the chain of command. Teachers were respected in those days. Obviously, however, she did not appreciate the significance of the momentous thing that had just occurred. I could not withhold another effort now. Not for all the respect in the whole world. The force was with me. Wh, who, we, whis, whistle, 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 whistle. There, I had done it. I now had the correct lip contortion locked into memory. From that day forward, I would be able to impress my friends with the sounds of the birds of the air and the wolves of the streets. I was now an equal of my classmates. I was whole. The world was a brighter place to be. I would meet life with a song in my heart and a whistle on my lips, and a paddle on my behind. I took my punishment, but it was worth it.